All right, not usual that I get, here the umpires are coming up, this much extra time with being able to get things ready to go. But in the second game, Blue Devils take the first game 6-4. Coaches are going to come out and they're going to set things up. Let's see if I can get that picture right there. I like that one. So is my audio good?
It turned off.
Oh, I hate it when that happens. All right. Quickly through the starting lineups. Madron, DeGarmo, Reeder, Gore, Herring, Vaughn, Hammock, Diaz, O'Toole, with Pierce on the mound. And starting for the Blue Devils, it'll be Dawson, Bosserman, Bard, Adams, Sanchez, Freeman, Hutchison, McHarg, and Buffington, with Simmons on the mound. We will be back shortly with the start of this one. A lot of times I don't get much time to get things taken care of, but we got our lineups. We're ready to go. We'll be ready to start this thing here in a couple minutes. Stay with us. We're looking for a good one. What's online basically right now is that both teams are 26-5, which means the winner of this game will become the champion of the East side, and that will determine who we play next week into the playoff to get things started to see who goes to Manhattan for an 8-team double elimination. That is 8 teams double elimination, and the winner of that double elimination goes to Grand Junction, Colorado for the College Division I JUCO World Series. We'll be back with the start of this one. The winner will become the champion of the east side of the Jayhawk Conference. We'll be back. All right, here we go for the second and final game of the day and the final regular season game of the year for both of these teams. Trey Simmons will be on the mound. He's from Olathe, Kansas. Went to Olathe West High School. He has a 5-0 record, a 4.47 ERA. The muscular lefty will take the mound. The rest of the infield's the same. Palmer Hutchison at third, Cole Dawson at short, Parker Bosserman at second, Brendan Bard at first, Peyton McHarg in left, Caleb Adams in center field, and Pablo Sanchez in right, with Matt Buffington behind the plate. In the second game, we have been mostly with platoon catchers, Camden, Carlin, and Buffington, but Carlin threw a significant number of pitches in the game yesterday, so Buffington behind the plate in again here. So Madron, DeGarmo, and Reeder scheduled up to face the lefty Trey Simmons. Here we go in the second game of the day. Madron will step in to face Simmons. And here we go. There's a check swing that was called a strike. Madron was 1 for 4 in the first game with a home run. That's outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. That's outside and low, so 2-1 the count. Lefty versus lefty here. That's inside. Things should bode well, but the change in the lineup, we'll see a couple of changes if those are righties for the Tigers, and that misses ball 4. So a base on balls. I've lost my ink pen. I have another one. Oh, there it is. I lost my ink pen, so there's a base on balls, a runner at first base. That's going to bring up DeGarmo. DeGarmo had a double. There's a ground ball headed at Dawson. Dawson's going to boot that, and headed right on over to third is Madron, so that's going to be an error on the shortstop. End up with runners at first and third. DeGarmo was 1 for 4 in the first game with a double, and he came right back with a hard hit ground ball at the shortstop. So that's going to bring up Reeder. Reeder, the left fielder. He'll be up there with runners at the corners. Reeder walked a couple of times and popped out once to left and once to right, so 0 for 2 in the first game. There's a ball headed into center field. That's going to be deep enough to get the sac fly and get Madron home. So a sac fly, RBI for Reeder to get Cowley on the board here with 1 out and a runner at first base. That's going to bring up Connor Gore. Gore will be the first baseman. Gore starts the day batting .370. He takes 1-0 the count on him. That's inside. 2-0 the count on Gore. Gore, the first baseman in this second game, gets a righty at the plate because they had so many left-handers in the first game. That's up high. 3-0 the count on Connor Gore. There's a strike called. Going to be one of those delayed umpires with his strike call. 3 balls and 1 strike on Connor Gore. There's ball 4. Runners at first and second, 1 out. That's going to bring up Herring. Herring was 1 for 3 with a base hit and a walk in the first game. He'll be up there with 1 out, runners at first and second. There's a strike right through there. 0-1 the count on the shortstop, David Herring. Falls a little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1 run in the inning on the sac fly by Jensen Reeder. Early going of the second game, Blue Devils won the first one. This is a 9-inning scheduled game. Inside, 2-1 the count. Two balls, one strike. Runners at first and second, one out. That falls low. Ball. 3-1 the count. It's a foul ball. So 3-2 the count here on David Herring. Want to welcome those of you back that watched the first game. If you're new to us, please subscribe. It helps to get more views, and that misses ball 4. So quickly they're on the umpire early and often here in this inning. That's going to bring up Vaughn. Vaughn caught the first game. He's going to be the designated hitter in this one. He was 2 for 4 with a couple of base hits, one with an RBI in the first game. Bases loaded, one out. Blue Devils looking for a double play ball here to get out of this inning. There's a high fly ball to shallow left field. Going out to take care of that is Dawson, and the play at home. He's going to be safe at home. Safe at home. Tough play for Dawson to make. He's going out toward the outfield, but he catches the ball for the second out of the inning and a sac fly for Vaughn. So an RBI for Vaughn. That's going to bring up Hammock. Hammock's the right fielder. Hammock will step in. Hammock was 1 for 2 in the first game with a base hit and a pop out and a couple of walks. It's a high fly ball over to the right side. Bard's going to come over and take a look, but that's going to be out of play. Runners at first and second. 2 runs in here in the top of the first, just like they had in the top of the first in the first game. 0-1 the count. That's up high. 1-1 the count now. Simmons, the muscular lefty, on the mound. Olathe West High School. Ball headed to deep left field, and that's off the wall. So 2 runs are going to score in the double off the wall in left field. That's going to bring up Diaz. Diaz is a righty that's been put into the second game lineup. Diaz starts the day batting .200. There's a ground ball headed at Dawson. Dawson grabs it, gets it over to Bard. So 4 runs in for Cowley. 4 runs on 1 hit, had an error, and a couple of sac flies. So we go to the bottom half of the first. The Blue Devils trail by 4 before they even bat. They come into bat here in the bottom of the first. I'll be back. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the first inning. The Tigers put up a 4 spot. On the mound is Carson Pierce. He's from Edmond, Oklahoma, went to North High School. He has a 3-1 record, 4.44 ERA. He's scheduled to face Dawson, Bosserman, and Bard, the first 3 hitters for the Blue Devils. So the Tigers put up 2 in the top of the first in the first game. They put up 4 in the top of the first in this one. The Blue Devils will come have their first opportunity to bat. Cole Dawson will step in. Dawson was 1 for 4 in the first game. He had a double to lead off the game, and then he had 3 pop-outs on the infield after that. Getting a visit to the mound. The pitcher's holding his fingers, so coach is going to go out and take a look. If he's not able to take off and he is injured, then he will have whatever pitcher to get all the time that they need. They're going to see about trying to, maybe he's got a little bit of blood showing. We'll take a break. We'll see what's going to happen here. We'll bring that information back when we come back. I'll be back. If you keep an eye on the website, fortees.com, keep an eye on that during the week. We will have games here live at the stadium live stream on Wednesday and Thursday. It is the best 2 out of 3 series on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So if we split after the first 2 games, then we would play the game on Friday. All teams in the top 8 in the top 4 will play at home on the East and West, and they will play cross-bracketed with the bottom 4, the best 2 out of 3 games. Those 8 winners will go to K-State to play there in the game there, and the winner of that double elimination will be going to Grand Junction, Colorado for the Junior College World Series. So that's the goal of these teams. These 2 teams today, though, in this particular game are playing for the conference championship for the East Side. So here we go. Cole Dawson, he is going to lead off. We've got the blood under control to where everybody's confident that that's okay on the pitcher, Pierce. And Dawson is going to step in to face him to get this thing started. Blue Devils trailing by 4. That's down low, 1-0. 1-0 the count on Cole Dawson. There's a strike outside corner at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike as he leads off the game for the Blue Devils. There's strike 2 called, 1-2 the count. DeGarmo, Herring, O'Toole, Gore from left to right across the infield. Reeder, Madron, and Hammock across the outside with Diaz behind the plate. That's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Catcher Diaz tried to bring that one in to look like a strike, but was a little bit wide. 2-2 the count. Strike 3 called. Bottom part of the zone. That's going to bring up Bosserman. Bosserman will step in with 1 out and nobody on. Bosserman in the first game was 2 for 4. Had a double and a single. A strikeout and a ground out. So 2 for 4 in the first game. That's up high, ball 1, 1-0 the count. From Carson Pierce, he's from Edmond, Oklahoma. Went to North High School. Comes the 1-0 pitch. Breaking pitch. Broke just enough to get down to the helmet to send Bosserman to first base on a hit by a pitch. That's going to bring up Bard. Bard was 1 for 3 in the first game. He had a base hit, a pop out, and a ground out to the shortstop. He will step in here with a runner at first base and 1 out. Check swing in time. High, ball 1, 1-0 the count on Brendan Bard, the first baseman for the Blue Devils. So ground ball headed at the second baseman. And the 4-6-3 double play. O'Toole over to Herring, back over to first base and Gore for the 4-6-3. We go to the top half of the second inning. Blue Devils trail 4-0. I'll be back. O'Toole, Madron, and DeGarmo scheduled up. That misses high end or inside. O'Toole was 1 for 2 in the first game. He was hit by a pitch and had a base hit. Not sure where that one missed. 2-0 the count. The first pitch, I can see it being a ball, but the second pitch looked pretty dang good. Coach will go out and basically this year Coach is telling him right now, you just will get your pen out and write it down because you're going to give me my first warning right now for balls and strikes. It's been a tough first inning and a half for this umpire, and it's probably not going to get any better through this 9 innings. I know it's rough back there behind the plate, but consistency has been rough this year, and the coaches from both teams have portrayed that, so he gets the book out so he can write that down. 2-0 the count. Will move forward from here. So stepping back in is O'Toole. There's a strike right through there. 2 balls and a strike. That's in the dirt there. So 3-1 the count. So Buffington now will have the responsibility of trying to smooth things over between the umpire. 3-1, and that ball's fouled back to the screen. So 3-2 the count after all this hoopla. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here in the top of the second inning. There's a ground ball headed at Bosserman. Bosserman is going to bobble it, then throw it, and happen to be safe down here, and Buffington is down there to keep that from going into the dugout. So an error on Bosserman. And back to the top of the order, and Madron. Madron will step in. Madron is from Blanchard, Oklahoma. He'll step in here with a runner at first base and nobody out. There's a foul ball down the first base line. See if we can get everything to settle down here a little bit. Play some baseball so we're not so intent on what the umpire's doing and just see these young men from both teams play ball. Here comes the 0-1. There's a ground ball. Bard picks it up and throws down. Going to be safe back at first. So Madron reaches on a fielder's choice. 3-2-6. That's going to be 1 out. That's going to bring up DeGarmo. DeGarmo is from Andover, Kansas, went to Andover Central High School. He'll be up there with 1 out and 1 on. Must have missed low. 1-0 the count. It's a ground ball that's going to be cut off by. Now, we're going to have a bit of a fuss here because when Bosserman gets ready to throw the ball, it goes bouncing off the runner. So we're going to get the 5-4. The 5-4 fielder's choice, and when Bosserman went to make the return throw to first base, the ball glanced off of the runner going to second base. So coach is going to be trying to figure that part out right there, and it doesn't appear as though they're even going to consider what happened with that. You understand that the umpire that's out at second base, as soon as that ball's caught, he has to turn to look toward first base. The home plate umpire has got to look after that situation. Tough call there is going to go in favor of Cowley. Nonetheless, the fielder's choice of 6-4, and that's going to bring up Reeder. Reeder is from Edmond, Oklahoma, went to Edmond North High School. 2 outs now. Lefty versus lefty here. There's a ball nicely blocked by Buffington to keep the runner at first base. 1-0 the count on Jensen Reeder, the left fielder. He had a sac fly in the first inning to score a run. There's a strike on the inside corner. 1-1 strike. 1-1 the count. 2 outs. Runner at first base is Trey DeGarmo. Breaking pitch, and Bard will take that hard hit ground ball from Reeder. So no runs on no hits. The Blue Devils have an error. We go to the bottom half of the second inning. Blue Devils trail 4-0. I'll be back. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the second inning. Blue Devils trail 4-0. Adams, Sanchez, and Freeman scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Adams was 3 for 3 in the first game. A single, a double, a bunt single with a couple of RBI. And the first pitch is ball 1 to him. 1-0 the count to Adams. It's a ground ball headed at the third baseman. He's up with it and over to first. So DeGarmo over to Gore for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Sanchez. Sanchez will step in with 1 out and nobody on. Sanchez was 2 for 3 in the first game with a 2-run home run, an RBI base hit, and hit into a double play. So 2 for 3 with 3 RBI in the first game. He'll step in with 1 out and nobody on. There's a strike called. 0-1 the count on the right fielder, Sanchez. That's up high. 1-1 strike, 1 out. Adams grounded out to DeGarmo at third base. That's outside. 2-1 the count. Breaking pitch stays way up over the top of Sanchez. 3-1 the count. Carson Pierce on the mound for the Tigers of Cowley. There's a ball grabbed by the first baseman, Gore, on the backhand side. He underhands it to Pierce, covering for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Freeman. Freeman will step in with 2 outs and nobody on. He was 0 for 2 in the first game. He hit into a 6-4-3 double play, struck out, and walked. Oh, and 1 the count on Darius Freeman, the designated hitter. There's a pop-up on the infield. And coming in to take care of that is Herring for the third out of the inning. We go to the top of the third. Blue Devils trail 4-0. All right, to the top of the third we go. Remember, it is a 9-inning scheduled game. Gore, Herring, and Vaughn scheduled up for the Tigers. Gore walked his first time up. Gore is from Enid, Oklahoma. He'll step in as he leads off the top of the third for the Cowley Tigers. Simmons back for another inning of work. There's a pop-up. May hit right on top of our building. Nope, made it back behind a little further. So 0-1 the count. Gore, the first baseman. That's up high. Gore playing first base in this second game as the left-handed pitcher. He gets a right-handed bat into the lineup for the Tigers. Here comes the 1-1. And there's a soft little ground ball to Bard. Bard will get it corralled finally. Step on the bag for the first out of the inning. So that's going to bring up Herring. Herring is from Dale, Oklahoma. He will step in on the left-handed side to face the lefty versus lefty here. One and oh the count. Herring walked his first time up in this game. Blue Devils gave up 4 in the top of the first. That's the only score so far. We're in the top of the third. Breaking pitch stays up and in. 2-0 the count. Stays up high again. 3-0 the count. Ball 4. So Herring with 2 at-bats and 2 walks. That's going to bring up Vaughn. Vaughn will step in with 1 out and a runner at first base. Vaughn is from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, went to Coweta High School. He steps in with a runner at first base and 1 out. There's a strike called. Oh and 1 the count. It's inside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Trey Simmons on the mound for the Blue Devils. That's inside. 2 and 1 the count. Runner goes. There's a hit toward right field. So the runner off with the pitch, and Vaughn just slaps it right through the hole over there for a base hit. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Hammock. Hammock is from Edmond, Oklahoma, went to Deer Creek. Runners at first and third, 1 out. Hammock at the plate. He's the right fielder in the dirt. 1-0 the count on Ty Hammock. He had a double his first time up. 2 RBI. Swing and a miss of that pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out to Hammock. It's up high. 2 and 1 the count. Got to work down in the zone. Trey usually is down in that situation. We'll see if he can get things worked out, get his timing to where he's down there. 2 and 1. Going to go over to first. Nothing going on over there. Back in safely is Vaughn. There's a swing, fouls that back to the screen. So 2 and 2 the count now. Second game of the doubleheader, 9-inning scheduled game. Blue Devils took the first game. That stays way outside. Took the first game 6-4. Down at Cowley in Ark City, Kansas yesterday. The Tigers won the first one 6-0. The Blue Devils came back and won the second one 9-3. That's ball 4. So that loads the bases for Diaz. Diaz grounded out to the shortstop his first time up. He will step in with only 1 out. Bases full of Tigers. Simmons could use a hard-hit ground ball right at somebody. Going to get a visit to the mound. We'll see if there's any changes going to be made. We'll take a break. If you haven't already and you wouldn't mind, subscribe to the channel. That way we get more views the more it passes around the internet with the algorithm. We're going to get a pitching change. We'll get that information and be back to you. Blue Devils trail 4-0. All right, the change has been made. Alan Mercado from Barcelona, Puerto Rico. He has a 1-0 record. Has 10.10 and two-thirds innings pitched. Has an ERA of 0. Squares to bunt. The bunt is down and goes foul. Won the count on Robert Tito Diaz, the catcher. He grounded out to the shortstop his first time up. Blue Devils playing for double play up the middle. Going to come home on the corners, it appears. Both Hutchison and Bard in at the edge of the grass. It's a little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the third inning action. Swing and a miss of that pitch. 1-2 the count. Be nice to see Mercado go through and eat up some innings here, and the Blue Devils get some runs on the board to get back in this thing, but they trail 4-0 at the time being. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. So Diaz goes down on a strikeout for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up O'Toole, the second baseman. O'Toole will step in. He reached on an error his first time up. O'Toole is from Arkansas City, Kansas. hometown boy to the Cowley Tigers. That's inside, 1-0 the count. 2 outs now, bases are full of Tigers. Herring at third, Vaughn at second, Hammock at third. There's a swing and a miss of that pitch. 1-1 the count now. Mercado on in relief of Simmons. Mercado a righty. Simmons started out as a lefty. There's a swing and a miss. What that did for the Blue Devils, what it had coach from Cowley counteracted with a couple of changes in his lineup to get a couple of right-handers in there. 1-2 the count. There's a ball headed into left field. McHarg karaoke back a few steps and takes care of that. So no runs on one hit in the inning for the Tigers. We go to the bottom of the third. Scheduled 9-inning game. We'll be back. To the bottom of the third we go. Blue Devils trail 4-0. Hutchison, McHarg, and Buffington scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Hutchison will step in. Hutchison walked twice and had a base hit in the first game. He'll step in to face Pierce for the first time. In this game, there's a strike called. 0-1 the count. Pierce back for his third inning of work. That's up high. Fur ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Foul ball back to the screen. So 1-2 the count. The fly ball lifted into right field. Hammock comes over and takes care of that for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up McHarg. McHarg will step in with 1 out and nobody on. McHarg had a couple of walks and a ground out to the pitcher in the first game. There's a strike called right through there. Pierce throws a strike for about every at bat that we've sent up there for his first pitch. Good for him. That's down a little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike. To the left fielder, Peyton McHarg. That's a strike right through there, top part of the zone. 1-2 the count. Bottom of the third inning action. Blue Devils trail by 4. Sunshiny Saturday afternoon. That's up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Foul ball backing out of play. We'll do the 2-2 again. Foul ball backing out of play. We'll do it again. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming here. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. That's going to bring up Buffington. Buffington was 0 for 3 in the first game. A couple of ground outs and a strikeout. He will step in with 2 outs and nobody on to face Carson Pierce. Fly ball over toward the first base side and just gets out of play. Oh, and 1 the count. It's down a little bit low. One ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. Buffington at the plate. He's the catcher. The high pop up into shallow right field. O'Toole says he'll take care of it, and he does. So 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the third for the Blue Devils. We go to the top of the 4th. Scheduled 9-inning game. Blue Devils trail by 4. We'll be back. To the top of the 4th we go. Mercado back for another inning of work for the Blue Devils. Bryce Madron steps in for the Tigers. That's low and inside, ball 1. Madron has walked, reached on a fielder's choice. 1-0 the count on him. It's low and inside again, so 2-0 the count. On the center fielder, Bryce Madron. Foul ball down the left field line. He's not taken with 2-0 the count. And run down by Caleb Adams. For the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up DeGarmo. He's reached on an error and a fielder's choice. 1-0 the count on him. It's outside. There's a strike right through there. 2-1 the count. Mercado on in relief of Simmons. There's another strike right through there. From 2-0 to 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Tigers lead by 4. There's a breaking pitch, strikes him out. So that's going to bring up Reeder. Reeder hit a sac fly in the first and grounded out to the first baseman. His 2 at-bats. He'll step in with 2 outs and nobody on. He'll face Mercado for the first time. Swinging a miss of that pitch. 0-1 the count. Top of the 4th inning action. Scheduled 9-inning game. It's down for ball 1. 1-1 the count. They each won a game down at Arc City yesterday. Blue Devils took the first one here. They're trying to win the series. The Tigers foul down to the third base side. Tigers trying to even it out for a series split. 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. So 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Blue Devils trailing by 4. Stay with us. We got a good one. Bottom half of the 4th inning, we go. Dawson, Bosserman, Bard scheduled up. Dawson was called out on strikes his first time up. Dawson is from Russellville, Arkansas. He'll step in with his Blue Devils trailing the Cowley Tigers 4-0. There's a ball headed down the left field line, and it's going to hook foul. Started out in good shape, but it was just hooking too much to get inside the foul pole. So Owen won the count. A long, loud strike right there. So Owen won the count. Dawson back to the plate where he'll step in. Down 0-1 the count. There's a foul ball back to the screen. So quickly 0-2. Carson Pierce from Edmond, Oklahoma, out in front in the count of Cole Dawson. 0-2. The fly ball headed into deep center field in left center. Madron can run things down out there. We saw that yesterday, and he just ran that one down as well. So that's going to bring up Bosserman. Bosserman is from went to Green Valley High School. He's from Oak Grove. There's a strike called. Owen won the count on Bosserman. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. Breaking ball broke outside, missed the strike zone. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out to the second baseman, Bosserman. It's a high fly ball down the left field line. That's going to be out of play. 1-2 the count now on the second baseman, Bosserman. High heater threw it right by him for the strikeout. That's going to bring up Brendan Bard. Bard will step in with 2 outs and nobody on. Bard is from Kansas City, Kansas. He went to Piper High School. He'll step in with 2 outs and nobody on for the Blue Devils. Going to be a foul ball called. Catcher Diaz trying to get out and catch that quickly in fair territory to get the tag out, but ruled a foul ball. Owen won the count on the first baseman, Bard. Swing and a miss for a strike. 0-2 the count. Swing and a miss. They'll have to throw it down to first, and Bard is out. So the strikeout here in the bottom of the 4th. No runs on no hits, no errors. We go to the top of the 5th. Blue Devils trailing 4-0. We'll be back. Blue Devils trail 5-4-0 here in the top of the fifth. Gore, Herring, and Vaughn scheduled up for Cowley Tigers. Gore's reached on a base on balls and grounded out unassisted to the first baseman. That's outside, 1-0 the count on Connor Gore, the first baseman. Foul ball off the foot. 1 ball, 1 strike on the first baseman, Connor Gore, as he leads off the top of the fifth for his Tigers of Cowley Community College down in Arkansas City, Kansas. In the dirt. 2-1 the count now. Misses low and inside. 3-1 the count. Mercado on in relief of Simmons. Mercado is from Barcelona, Puerto Rico. There's a high heater for strike 2, swing and a miss. So 3-2 the count now. High fly ball to right field. Sanchez comes in to take care of that for the first out of the inning. So that's going to bring up Herring. Herring has walked his 2 at-bats so far in this one. He'll step in with 1 out, nobody on, to face Mercado. It's a ground ball headed into right field for a base hit. A 1-out hit for the shortstop into right field. That's going to bring up Vaughn. Vaughn had a sac fly in the first and a base hit in the third. 2 for 2 in this one so far. He'll step in with a runner at first base and 1 out. Strike called. 0-1 the count, outside corner at the knees. Oh, 1 the count on the designated hitter, Logan Vaughn. He was the catcher in the first game. Throw over to first, back in safely was David Herring. He had a 1-out base hit into right field. Swing and a miss of that pitch, so quickly 0-2 the count on Logan Vaughn, the designated hitter. Strike called on the outside corner and called out on strikes. That's going to bring up Hammock. Hammock is the right fielder. He's had a double for 2 RBI and a base on balls. He'll step in now with a runner at first base and 2 outs. That's down low. Nicely blocked by Buffington. 1-0 the count on Ty Hammock, the right fielder. Throw over to first base, back in safely is Herring. So ball headed into left field. Going back, reaches up to grab that is McHarg. A nice play by McHarg in left field for the third out of the inning. So no runs on one hit for the Tigers in the top half of the fifth. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Blue Devils still trail 4-0. I'll be back. Well, we've made it halfway through this one. Go to the bottom of the fifth. Adams, Sanchez, and Freeman scheduled up. Adams grounded out to the third baseman, his first time up. Adams is from Leavenworth, Kansas, went to Lansing High School. Takes ball one. 1-0 the count. All the way back to the screen, ball two. 2-0 the count. It's up high for ball three. 3-0 the count on Adams. He's the center fielder for the Blue Devils. That's up high for ball four. So a leadoff walk issued to Adams by Pierce. That's going to bring up Sanchez. Sanchez is from Sidra, Puerto Rico. He grounded out to the first baseman, Gore, with Pierce covering his first time up. He's up there with nobody out and a runner at first base. There's a strike right through there. 0-1 the count on the right fielder, Sanchez. Foul ball late swinging there. 0-2 the count now on Sanchez. Pierce back for his fifth inning of work. Foul ball back to the screen. So Sanchez hangs in there with getting a piece of that one. So ground ball headed at O'Toole at second base. O'Toole over to Herring, and Herring back to Gore for the 4-6-3 double play. So that's going to bring up Freeman. Freeman will step in on the left-handed side. He'll be up there with 2 outs and nobody on. Freeman is from Kansas City, Kansas. He went to Shawnee Mission Northwest to high school. Takes strike called. Owen won the count on Freeman. Freeman popped out to the shortstop his first time up. There's a swing and a miss. 0-2 the count. Foul ball down the left field line and out of play. We'll do the 0-2 again. So ground ball headed into right field for a 2-out base hit for Freeman. Base hit into right field. That's going to get Palmer Hutchison to the plate. Hutchison is from Hayes, Kansas. He'll step in. 2 outs, runner at first base. He will face Pierce. He flew out to right field his first time up. Outside ball 1, 1-0 the count. One ball, no strikes. The third baseman, Palmer Hutchison, at the plate. Freeman at first base after the 2-out hit into right. It's a ground ball headed at the third baseman. He pats the glove a couple of times, does DeGarmo. Sends it over to Connor Gore for the 5-3 ground out. So no runs on 1 hit. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Blue Devils trail 4-0. We'll be back. Top of the 6th we go. Diaz, O'Toole, and Madron scheduled up for the Tigers. Strike called inside corner at the knees. Diaz has grounded to the shortstop and struck out in this game. He's up there as he leads off the top of the sixth for the Tigers. There's a strike called outside corner. 0-2 the count on the catcher, Robert Tito Diaz. Outside, 1-2 the count. Foul. Just does get a piece of it and stays alive. Does the catcher Diaz. Breaking pitch just breaks a little bit wide. 2-2 the count. Strike 3 called on the outside corner at the knees for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Hayden O'Toole. O'Toole is the second baseman. He's reached on an error and flew out to left field. He'll step in with one out and nobody on for the Cowley Tigers. A little bit low, 1-0 the count. Hutchison in at the edge of the grass at third base. Foul ball back to the screen. 1 ball and a strike. Infield plays to pull. Outfield pretty much straight up, except the center fielder is playing him to hit the opposite way. 2-1 the count. Swing and a miss, 2 balls and 2 strikes. O'Toole, the second baseman, bats left-handed, throws right. There's a ground ball. Bard's going to get the big hop, go over and step on the bag for the unassisted ground out to the first baseman. So back to the top of the order with 2 outs. It's going to bring up Bryce Madron. Madron has walked, reached on a fielder's choice, and been out on a fly to center field. He'll step in with 2 outs and nobody on. It's a ground ball headed at Bosserman. Bosserman's up with it and over to the Bard for the 4-3 ground out. No runs, no hits, no errors in the top of the 6th for the Tigers. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Blue Devils trailing 4-0. All right, to the bottom half of the sixth. Blue Devils got some work to do. Let's go here. McHarg, Buffington back to the top of the order, and Dawson scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Carson Pierce on the mound, back for his sixth inning of work for the Tigers. There's a swing and a miss by McHarg. McHarg has struck out his first at bat. That's inside. McHarg is from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. One and one the count on him. There's a high pop up into shallow left field. Left fielder couldn't find it. The shortstop ran a long way to make an acrobatic catch out in shallow left field. But a nice play with a lot of run by Herring for that first out. So that's going to bring up Buffington. Buffington will step in with one out and nobody on. Buffington is from Andover, Kansas. He went to Andover Central High School as well. He takes ball one. 1-0 the count. On the catcher, Matt Buffington. There's a strike right through there at the knees, outside part of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. It's a high fly ball down the left field line. Everybody chasing out there and can't quite make the play. Can Reeder? Reeder goes into the fence. Glad that was in the middle of him between two posts instead of right at a post. But a long run for a long strike. So 1-2 the count on Buffington. Buffington flew out, popped out to the second baseman his first time up in shallow right field. Way up high with that pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count on the catcher, Buffington. Stays up high again. 3-2 the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Swing and a miss of that pitch for the strikeout. So back to the top of the order we go. Cole Dawson, he was called out on strikes in the first. He flew out to center field in the fourth. He will step in. To face Pierce here with 2 outs in the bottom of the sixth. Foul ball, that's going to be back and out of play. Cole the shortstop. High and outside. 1-1 the count now. Cole Dawson at the plate with 2 outs. Blue Devils batting here in the bottom of the sixth. Just about made it back down to the strike zone, but not quite. Did that breaking pitch. 2-1 the count. It's a high fly ball on the infield. The third baseman comes in to take care of it. I misplayed that one on what camera I went to. The wind kind of blew that back to the third baseman. No runs, no hits, no errors through 6 innings of play. The Blue Devils trail 4-0. We'll be back for the last third of this game. Stay with us. Top of the 7th we go. Scheduled up for the Tigers, DeGarmo, Reeder, and Gore. Mercado back for another inning of work. DeGarmo has reached on an error, reached on a fielder's choice, and struck out. There's a bunt foul. 0-1 the count. On the third baseman, Trey DeGarmo. Pitch outside, breaking ball, broke outside. 1-1 strike. DeGarmo leading off the top of the 7th for the Tigers. Ball stays inside. 2-1 the count. Foul ball backing into the screen. 2-2 the count. There's a ball into the left field corner. Going to be extra bases for DeGarmo. So a double into the left field corner, and the leadoff runner is in scoring position after one hit into the corner. It's going to bring up Reeder. Reeder has an RBI on a sac fly, grounded out to the first baseman, and a strikeout. He'll step in with nobody out and a runner at second base after that double by DeGarmo. There's going to be a wild pitch. It's going to get back to the screen. Tried to block it, did Buffington, but couldn't keep it in front of him. So the runner moves down to third on the wild pitch. Want to know the count? Reeder at the plate for the Tigers. The ball headed into right field, so an RBI base hit for Reeder. 5-0 lead, and that's going to bring up Connor Gore. Gore has walked, grounded out, unassisted to first base, and a fly to right field. He'll step in with a runner at first base and nobody out. 5-0 lead now for Cowley. Squares to bunt, takes a strike. 0-1 the count. Throw over to first, nothing going on over there. Squared to bunt, high and inside. And the ball held a foul ball. So the umpire is saying that it was off the bat a foul ball. Coach at third base wanting to have an explanation of that. 0-2 the count. Throw over to first. Nothing going on over there. Back in safely is Reeder. Reeder has an RBI base hit after the double by DeGarmo. Squares to bunt, fouls it off, and is out. 2 strike with the foul bunt. So that's going to bring up Herring. Herring has a couple of walks and a base hit to right field. He'll be up there with 1 out and a runner at first base. Outside, 1-0 the count. Foul ball down the left field line. That's going to be fouling out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. 1 run in for the Tigers. Runner goes. And going to be safe, so a stolen base by Reeder. One and two the count. Ball slapped down the left field line. That's going to be foul. One ball, 2 strikes. There you go. 1-2 the count, 1 out. Herring at the plate. Fly ball lifted into center field. It's going to be taken care of by Adams for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Vaughn. Vaughn's had a sac fly, a base hit, and called out on strikes. Vaughn, the designated hitter in the second game. He was the catcher in the first game. So 2 out of 3 for him here in this second game. Strike called. Vaughn was 2 for 4 in the first game. A couple of base hits. 1 for an RBI. Just misses. 2-1 the count. 2 outs now. Mercado on in relief of Simmons. Swing and a miss of that pitch. 1-2 the count. Runner at second base. Reeder had a base hit for an RBI and then stole second. That's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tigers 5 runs on 5 hits. Blue Devils no runs on only 1 hit at this current time. We've got some work to do. Got to get out of this inning first. Here comes the 2-2. There's a swing and a miss. So we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Blue Devils trail 5-0. The Tigers with 1 run on 2 hits. They're in the top of the 7th. Blue Devils trail 5-0. Stay with us. We'll be back. Pitching change made for the Tigers. Miguel Fulgencio from Claremore, Oklahoma. He has a .62 ERA, 4-0 record with 29 innings pitched, 40 strikeouts in those 29 innings pitched. Tall lefty on the mound. Bosserman, Bard, and Adams scheduled up here in the bottom of the 7th. That's way high and outside. So 1-1 the count to Bosserman. He's been hit by a pitch and struck out. That's up high. 2-1 the count. Blue Devils need lots of base runners. They trail 5-0. Fly ball headed into right field. Hammock underneath that and takes care of it for the first out of the inning. DeGarmo, Herring, O'Toole, and Gore left to right across the infield. Reeder, Madron, and Hammock across the outfield. Diaz catching the second game, and now Fulgencio on in relief. It's going to bring up Bard. Bard's hit into a double play and struck out. Rare strikeout for Bard. There's a strike outside corner at the knees. 0-1 the count on Brendan Bard. It's outside. Bard, the number 4 RBI getter across the entire east and west. 2-1 the count. 2 balls, 1 strike on Bard, 1 out as he bats here in the bottom of the 7th for the Blue Devils. Starting to run low on outs for getting back in this game. They trail by 5, and that's going to be a hit by a pitch. So a 1-out hit by a pitch, and that's going to bring up Adams. Adams is grounded out and walked in this game. Be a runner at first base in Bard after they hit by a pitch. Miguel Fulgencio on in relief for the Tigers of Cowley. A little bit low. Going to get a visit to the mound by the coach. We're going to take a quick break, see if there's any changes. I'll be back. All right, the visit to the mound is over. Information's been imparted from the coach to the pitcher. 1-0 the count. Way outside, 2-0 the count. Blue Devils would like to string together some hits here and get back in this thing. They trail by 5. There's a strike, top part of the zone at the belt. 2 balls and 1 strike. Gore holds Bard at first. 2-1 the count. There's strike 2 called. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Just misses a little bit outside. That's too close to take, in my opinion. So 3-2 the count. Foul ball backing out of play. Three and two again. Strike 3 called. Catches the inside corner, says the umpire. It's going to bring up Sanchez. He's grounded out to the first baseman and grounded out in a 4-6-3 double play to the second baseman. He'll step in now with 2 outs and a runner at first base. Fulgencio on in relief for the Tigers. There's a strike right through there. 0-1 the count. It's a little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike. So ground ball headed at the second baseman. Going to be a 4-6 fielder's choice. We're through 7. We go to the top of the 8th. Blue Devils trail 5-0. I'll be back. All right, pitching change here in the top of the 8th inning for the Blue Devils. Nate Uglialoro, 2-0 record, 2.89 ERA. He's from McKinney, Texas. Tall righty on the mound. He'll come in, scheduled up to face him, Hammock, Diaz, and O'Toole. Top of the 8th inning action. Hammock's had a double. A double, a walk, and a line out to left field really deep. And McHarg had to go back and reach up high for that one. There's a ground ball headed at Dawson. Dawson's up with it and over to Bard for the 6-3 ground out for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Diaz. Diaz is grounded out. Been out twice on strikes, once swinging and once called out. He'll step in with one out and nobody on to face Uglialoro on in relief of Mercado and Simmons. 1-0 the count. Breaking pitch right through there. Misses low and inside. Two and one the count. Tying outside. 3-0 the count on Robert Diaz, the catcher of the second game. Vaughn is the designated hitter in this game, and he caught the first game. It's up high, ball 4. So a one-out walk issued to Diaz. That's going to bring up O'Toole. O'Toole's reached on an error, flew out to left field and grounded out to the first baseman unassisted. Runner at first base. Strike, breaking ball, catches the outside corner. Runner at first base. 1 out. Misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Bard holding Diaz at first. Throw over, back in safely is Diaz. A little bit up, 2-1 the count. It's outside. 3-1 the count. Three balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at first base is Diaz. There's a strike called. 3-2 the count now. On O'Toole, the second baseman. Swing and a miss for the strikeout, second out of the inning. So back to the top of the order, and Bryce Madron. He's the center fielder. He is 0 for 3. Had a walk, fielder's choice, a fly out, and a ground out. It's going to be a wild pitch. I thought it hit him also. Actually hit the catcher's glove and then back to the screen. Little limbo action forward kept him from getting hit. There's a strike called. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at second base. Blue Devils trail by 5. They've only got 2 more frames left to try and get back in this one. That misses high and inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Breaking pitch, gets back in and catches the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The ball headed into right field. It's going to be an RBI base hit for Madron. Make it a 6-0 game. It's going to bring up DeGarmo. He's reached on an error. Fielder's choice, he's reached, struck out, had a double into the left field corner. Ball 1, 1-0, breaks outside, did that curveball breaking pitch. Throw over to first. Nothing going on over there. Who thought they just about had him over there that time. Want to know the count? 2 outs. Runner at first base. That's Madron. There's a strike called. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. DeGarmo at the plate. RBI base hit by Madron. Put the Tigers up 6-0. Strike called on the swing. So 1-2 the count. Hutchison up with that and over to Bard for the 5-3 ground out. 1 run on 1 hit. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Blue Devils trail 6-0. We'll be back. All right, new pitcher in for the Tigers. Isaac Stebbins from Stillwater, Oklahoma. He has a 1-1 record. That ball misses high. 1-1 record, a 1.47 ERA. Scheduled up to face him, Freeman, Hutchison, and McHarg. There's a strike on the outside corner. Side armor from Stillwater, Oklahoma, on for the 8th inning. Fulgencio went 1 inning after Pierce went 6. 2-1 the count. There's a foul ball back to the screen. Freeman has popped out to the shortstop and had a base hit into right field. 1 for 2 in the second game. 2-2 the count now as he leads off the bottom of the 8th for the Blue Devils. Blue Devils with a lot of work to do here. There's a foul ball back to the screen. We'll do the 2-2 again. Games next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for both of these clubs, the start of the playoffs. They'll both be hosting home games next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday if needed. That's high and outside, so 3-2 the count. So go to 4tees.com and find us there. We'll be live streaming Wednesday and Thursday and Friday if needed. That's base on balls, leadoff walk to Freeman. So that's a start. See if the Blue Devils can get back in this thing. That's going to bring up Palmer Hutchison. He's been out on a fly to right field and a ground out to the third baseman, Doug Armo, in this one. He'll be up there with the leadoff hitter on at first base with the walk. There's a strike right through there. 0-1 the count on the third baseman, Hutchison. Foul ball back into the screen quickly. 0-2 the count on Palmer Hutchison. Nothing you hate more as a pitcher than to have an 0-2 count and hit a guy in the back with a curveball that doesn't make it to the zone. So that's going to bring up McHarg. McHarg is struck out and popped out to the shortstop in shallow left field. The Blue Devils have got something going here. They've got a runner in scoring position, 2 runners on with nobody out to McHarg. McHarg will step in on the left-handed side to face the right-handed reliever Stebbins for the Tigers. Strike outside corner at the knees. 0-1 the count. Fly ball to right field. Hammock's trying to find that and finds it in the sun. And Freeman is going to tag and head to third. So 1 out after the fly to right field. Runners now at first and third with 1 out. Going to have a pinch hit opportunity here for the Blue Devils. Braden Vaughter from Topeka, Kansas, went to Seaman High School. Vaughter will pinch hit for Buffington. That will most likely bring Camden Carlin to the plate, or behind the plate to catch. So 1-0 the count on Braden Vaughter. Vaughter has 2 pinch hit home runs this year. Just like to see him get something on the outfield grass. There's a strike called. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners at first and third, 1 out. Vaughter with a pinch hit attempt. There's a strike called. Vaughter starts the day batting .276. 1-2 the count on him here as he pinch hits for Buffington. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Second out of the inning. So back to the top of the order now. If we're going to get any runs out of this one, it's going to be with 2 outs. So to Dawson. Dawson's been called out on strikes, been out on a fly to center field and a pop-up to the third baseman. He'll step in with 2 outs and runners at the corners for the Blue Devils. See if he can get something on the grass. There's a strike inside corner. Get something on the outfield grass to get us off this goose egg that we've got in our score this right now at the moment. Misses outside. 1-1 the count. Dawson at the plate. 2 outs, 2 on. Blue Devils trail by 6. There's a strike called. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Comes the 1-2. There's a foul ball down the first base side. Way outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Blue Devils getting short on outs for getting back into this game. 9-inning scheduled game. We're in the bottom of the 8th with 2 down. There's a nice play by the pitcher. Stebbins off. Goes to a knee, still gets the ball over to first base to Gore. So no runs on, no hits. We go to the top of the 9th. Blue Devils trail 6-0. This production is brought to you all by the efforts of the athletic department and fundraisers of Blue Devil Baseball. Anybody that would like to help financially, go to 4Ts.com, go to the donate page. There's several different ways to donate if you so inclined. We go to the top of the 9th. Blue Devils trail 6-0. I'll be back. All right, to the top of the 9th we go. Scheduled up for the Tigers, Reeder, Gore, and Herring. Back for another inning of work is Uglialoro. Reeder up first. He's had a couple of RBI. 1. There's a ball on, swinging. Extra bases, we'll forget all about that other than he's had a couple of RBIs. And he leads off right here with a double into the right field corner. So that's going to bring up Gore. Gore has walked, grounded out to first base, flew out to right field, and then was out on a bunt. Going to have a pinch hitter for the Tigers. Now just a visit. Connor Gore has been in there. Tried to bunt his last time up with 2 strikes and ended up fouling that off for an out. Squares to bunt here. Wild pitch. In the dirt, back to the screen, and the runner moves over to third base. One and 0 the count on Gore. Runner at third, nobody out. There's a strike on the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strikes. Blue Devils trail 6-0. There's a ground ball, foul down third base side. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Connor Gore, the first baseman, at the plate for the Tigers. High and inside. 3-2 the count. Three balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runner at third. Another foul ball. We'll do the 3-2 again. Comes the 3-2. It's a ground ball headed into left field, so an RBI base hit for Connor Gore. Makes it 7-0. Gonna get a visit to the mound. I bet we get a pitching change. The change will be made. We'll get that information. We'll be back to you. Blue Devils trail 7-0 in the top of the 9th for today's second game. We'll be back. Number 14 will pinch run. Trayson Miller will pinch run his from Weewaka, Oklahoma. And he's off with the pitch and the throw down, the stolen base. Runner now at second base, 1-0 the count. Way up high, 2-0 the count. Logan Bernard on in relief. Simmons goes 2 1/3. Mercado 4 2/3. Uglialoro 1. Bernard in here in the ninth. The foul ball backing out of play. 2 balls and a strike. There's a foul ball headed down for the bullpen area on the Blue Devils side of the field, so 2-2 the count. Blue Devils trail 7-0 here in the top of the ninth inning, scheduled 9-inning game. Strike 3 called on the outside corner for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Logan Vaughn, the designated hitter. He'll step in with 1 out and a runner at second base. Inside, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Misses just a little bit outside and low. 2-0 the count. Logan Vaughn, the designated hitter. He was the catcher in the first game. Runner goes, and he is out at third base. Caught stealing. Looked to me like if he's going to call him out over there, it was when he hit the bag and then popped up. But nonetheless, an out for the second out of the inning. 3-0 the count on Vaughn. Fastball on the inside part of the plate. Camden Carlin on after the pinch hit attempt by Vaughter. He comes in behind the plate to take Buffington's spot behind the plate. There's ball 4. So a 2-out walk issued to Vaughn. Hammock had an RBI double, a walk, a line out, and a ground out. He'll step in with a runner at first base and 2 outs. So Camden Carlin with the caught stealing down at third by Miller. Miller on to run, stole second, trying to steal third, was gunned out. 0-1 the count on Ty Hammock, the right fielder. Timeout asked for by Carlin. On 1 the count on Hammock. Throw over to first. Nothing going on over there. Inside. 1-1 the count, 2 outs, runner at first base. Blue Devils trail 7-0. Tigers batting here in the top of the ninth. There's a ball headed into the left field corner. Extra bases for Hammock. So a double into the left field corner, and that's going to bring runners at second and third. It's going to bring up Diaz. Diaz, the catcher, he's grounded out, walked, struck out, and been called out on strikes. He'll be up there with 2 outs to face the lefty Bernard. Pitch breaks inside for ball 1. 1-0 the count. It's up high. Runners at second and third. Walk, then a double. 1 run in the inning. Foul ball back into the net. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 1 strike. Jace got that strike put up there before I looked up. He caught me. 2-1 the count. Swing and a miss. Now it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bernard trying to get the Blue Devils in for their last opportunity, trailing by 7. Strike 3 called. So 1 run on 3 hits for the Tigers. We go to the bottom half of the 9th inning. Blue Devils got a bunch of work to do. They trail by 7. I'll be back. All right, here we go. Pinch hit opportunity for Lee Allen Jr. from Kansas City, Missouri. Went to Lincoln College Prep Academy. He will have a pinch hit opportunity here. Way outside is ball 1. The side armor Stebbins back for another inning of work. He's trying to put this thing in the books for the Tigers. That misses outside. 2-0 the count. Blue Devils trying to make a huge comeback here. It would be a tough one, but we'll see what they can do. 2-0 the count. That misses a little bit low. 3-0 the count. Lee Allen Jr. with the pinch hit opportunity. There's ball 4. So a leadoff walk for Lee Allen Jr. It's going to bring up another pinch hitter. Number 18, Brock Stewart from Gardner, Kansas, went to Gardner Edgerton. He will have a pinch hit opportunity here. Be up there with a runner at first and nobody out. Brock Stewart at the plate. Way outside ball 1. Coach getting some pinch hit opportunities for some of the players. You never know when they might need that experience. There's a strike call. 1 ball, 1 strike to Brock Stewart at the plate. It's a foul ball. Jalen Johnson in the on-deck circle. He'll have a pinch hit opportunity as well. That misses just a little bit low. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Brock Stewart. Foul ball backing out of play. So Stewart hangs in there with a 2-2 foul back. So we'll do the 2-2 again. There's another foul ball down the right field line. So Stewart hanging tough in there trying to keep this thing going for the Blue Devils. Runner at first base, nobody out. Allen Jr. with the leadoff walk. And another foul ball back to the screen for Stewart. Eight pitches out of the at-bat so far. Ready for the 9th pitch. Here it comes from Stebbins. It's a little soft line drive out to the second baseman, O'Toole. He takes care of that for the first out of the inning. So that's going to bring up Jalen Johnson. Johnson is from Blue Springs, Kansas. Went to Blue Springs High School. He'll step in with 1 out and a runner at first base. There's a strike right through there. 0-1 the count on Jalen Johnson. It's a ground ball wide to first base. 0-2 the count. Blue Devils down to their last 2 outs in this one. Trail by 7. Foul ball backing out of play. Foul ball backing out of play again. 0-2 the count. Couple of 0-2 foul balls by Jalen Johnson. Got a battle between him and Isaac Stebbins. That's up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stebbins, the side armor from Stillwater, Oklahoma. That's down low. 2 balls, 2 strikes and an out. Runner at first base. So ground ball headed up the middle. Nice job to drag his foot, did Herring. So O'Toole to Herring for the 4-6-3 double play, and the Cowley Tigers take the second game 7-0. So we go down there to split yesterday. 6-0 win by Cowley, and then a 9-3 win by the Blue Devils. Then today the Blue Devils took the first one 6-4, and then they lose the final game of the series 7-0. Next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, check in at 4Ts.com. We'll have a game a day for those three for the two out of three series to see who goes to Kansas State to play in the tournament, to see who goes to Grand Junction, Colorado. Thanks for watching and listening. Have a safe evening, and we'll see you on Wednesday of next week. Thanks for watching.